Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. North Carolina standing on the precipice of having this season become a total disaster. So in this one, if something doesn't go their way early, they've got to forget it. Each play, a life and history of its own. Short memory, try to build some type of rhythm, and maybe finally get a W. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
It's grown from a capacity of just 15,000 when it opened in 1950 all the way to 83,000 plus today. Every seat at Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee is full for our game today. Dean has the ball set how he wants it. And we're just about ready to kick this game off, folks. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Across the 30. Has some daylight. To the 20. To the 10. And he will score. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Cantrell ready to kick. Sends it sailing downfield. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. And he's tackled right around the 26-yard line.
That brings us second and 9.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, go, 4. Yellow, green. Russell, yellow, green.
Throws complete, and he's got space to work. He's taken down at about the 43-yard line.
Well, I tell you, these guys have some skill players who can make things happen. They picked up an enormous amount of real estate on that play.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. Another run. Gets out to around the 35.
That makes it second and 2.
He just gets rid of it. It's 3rd down and 2 to go. Ball on the 35.
Check.
Really a tough spot for an offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium. Gets it out quickly. He's tackled in the open field.
Getting him the ball in the passing game creates real havoc for the defense. There aren't many linebackers who can stay with him in coverage, that's for sure.
Tight right. 4 down. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Green 9.
Fires out to his wideout. Knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
That's a D24 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
First down. Knocking on the door here. It's 1st and goal inside the 5. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he tacks on the extra point. It was a 7-play, 76-yard drive, and they put up 7 points.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
Dean has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He's to the 10. And he just got stood up right there. Anthony's got to forget about all the distractions, and that includes talking about winning awards. And in talking to him, he seems like a pretty focused, driven guy, and I think he's all about team. This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over.
Dog 4, yellow 3. You like that?
Completes it, but he can't shake the defense. And for Rivera, he keeps adding to his awesome career passing totals.
There have been some great passers to come through here. This would be quite an accomplishment.
2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on their own 23.
Easy, kill.
And down he goes at the 31.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 31-yard line. 2nd down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Blue now.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Man left. 4 down. Mike 55. Eat.
He's on the run. So that'll make it 4th down.
Great hold by the defense. They were expecting the pass play, and they defended it very well.
4th and 6.
Graham is back deep to return. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. Graham takes it to 21, and he has it on the corner. Brought down to the 39-yard line. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Clipping. Receiving team.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Brought down at the 16-yard line.
Think about the speed and instincts it takes for a linebacker to get from his position into the backfield to make a play like that. That's well done.
Slings it. He's tackled around the 24-yard line.
Henderson brings his end at the 24-yard line. 3rd down.
They're about 4 yards away here on 3rd down. One of the top stadiums in the nation. This crowd comes to play themselves. Quick throw. And he's taken down at the 39.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. 1st down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Red 2. X. Motion, 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 motion.
They'll bring him down at the 41.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 41-yard line. It's 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go. Red 2. Green 9. Motion, motion, motion. Run.
Handoff inside. Got the corner. Tackle around the 43-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear his cadence in the midst of all this mayhem. He heaves it deep. Tackle made around the 10-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
And the big pickup through the air has made it 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Check right, check right. Go. Check right. Switch.
Nice run there as they work the outside.
Gain of 5 on the way. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Touchdown, UNC. And he hits the PAT. North Carolina gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. At the 30. And he's taken down at the 43. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan.
Don't say nothing. Dog 4. Orange 3.
Well, the defense has to be very frustrated there. They did everything. They got to the quarterback. In fact, it looked like they had a chance to bring him down for the sack, and somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
From their own 43-yard line. 2nd down. Throws to the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, I think the quarterback got so excited to make this throw that I think he just put too much on the football. His receiver was open, he just misfired.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Hale was the intended target on the play. They couldn't pick up the first down, so they'll have to punt this one away.
On third down, the defense was expecting the pass, and they defended the play very well in the secondary.
Brown is waiting for the snap. He really got a hold of that one. Signals for a fair catch. The Tar Heels really taking care of business early in this football game.
Yeah, somebody forgot to tell them that they're the big underdog in this game and they're supposed to lose. I love their confidence that they're playing with right now. Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to try to keep that confidence going here on this drive.
To the right and tackled immediately. We've got a 2nd and 11. Ball on the 11-yard line. North Carolina is up by a touchdown. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
This passing game can be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
From their own 23-yard line. First down. And he throws it away. Going to come up with a sack. A long ways yet to go, but at the end of one, North Carolina's lead is a touchdown. Welcome back here. We resume action now here in the second quarter. And this crowd is going absolutely crazy. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's pushed out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a big gain, but the important thing is that they held and brought up fourth down.
Corbett will be the return man. It's away, and it's a booming punt. Corbett fields it at the 27. He's to the 40. He's at midfield. Tackle made at the 44. With one quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44. And they make the stop around the 26-yard line.
A quarterback's best friend is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back to pass.
He's going to try and scramble. And they get the sack.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
Second and 11.
From the 26-yard line, it's second down. Big play there, and now they're looking at 1st and goal. He's moving closer and closer to the program's single-season receiving yardage record.
Over the course of an entire year, you're going to take some shots when you catch as many passes as he does. But he's always been able to bounce back for more yards.
Going to the end zone. Touchdown for the tight end. And that one worked just like they draw it up, Kirk.
Yeah, Brad, you're exactly right. Offensive line did a good job of protecting the quarterback. Good route by the receivers. Results, touchdown.
The extra point to tie this game up. And he adds the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime. Second down, 8 yards to go. Ball on their own 27. He's taken down right around the 26-yard line. So they wrapped him up before he could get anything going.
Yeah, there was nothing there on that option.
They're one of the loudest crowds in the country, and they are on their feet. Quick pass, and he's right there to knock it away.
Did you see how quickly he closed on the ball and broke up that pass? That's what you look for in a safety.
Joseph awaits the snap. Oh, excellent punt. Tackle at the 34. So he managed to get a few yards on the run back.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Brad, with so much traffic in the middle there, it really makes it tough to break free.
The offense really came up with a nice drive there last time out, and most of those yards came through the air.
This defense needs to improve from front to back. The line needs to put more pressure on the quarterback, and the defensive backs need to stick it to these receivers with tighter coverage.
Robinson gains about 4 yards on the play. From their own 38-yard line. Second down.
Super effort by the tailback to pick up a nice gain and a first down. He's really a good-looking ball carrier.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Robinson gets 6 yards on the carry.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's second down, 5 to go. Ball on the 47-yard line. Gains his way to the 36-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on second down. And he's going to be sacked.
Oh, that is a big hit on the quarterback. That's one of those as an offensive lineman. When the film study starts to come around, you're going to kind of sink in your chair and just hope they don't call you out because you're going to get embarrassed on Monday on that one.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he's tackled at the 23. Fires complete over the middle. And down he goes around the 12-yard line. This is the 9th play of the current drive. He's got to throw it in a hurry. Tries to get around the corner. Touchdown, Seminoles. He makes the PAT. Let's throw it out to Reese now for a studio update.
Action going on in Charlottesville. And for Duke, they reach the end zone with a scintillating run.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this is a very competitive game. Just when you think one team has gained the advantage or the momentum, the other team comes fighting back, and it's going back and forth. This is almost like a basketball game.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Looks like he's going to run. Brought down at the 31. North Carolina's going to take their first time out of the half. Harris gains about 6 yards on the scramble. So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. They go to the run, and he's tackled in the backfield for a loss. It's 3rd and 5. Ball on the 30. Becoming the 12th man. The crowd is always into it here. Quick pass. He's tackled right around the 40.
Henderson the tackle at the 40-yard line. First down.
Got it. Complete. He's out of bounds.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 23-yard line, it's first down. Zips it to his receiver. Touchdown. They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. And he converts the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 28-yard line. You always want to go in the locker room with momentum, so as we get closer to halftime, I think we'll see more and more attempts to create big plays. He's wrapped up for the sack. And for Johnson, he's just recorded his 10th sack of the year. What a season this kid's having.
Every team they've played has found out the hard way what a nightmare he is to try to block. He can demoralize an offensive line by just lining up on the field against them.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. Fires out to his receiver. Tackle at the 49. They'll bring him down at the 25. To say he's been consistent this season would be an understatement. With 1,500 yards and catches, he's been downright unstoppable.
He can catch the ball downfield or behind the line of scrimmage. Either way, he's going to make something big happen.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. They come out in an empty backfield. Caught, open field. Tackle made just outside the goal line. Touchdown, FSU! He splits the uprights with the extra point. The Seminoles wideout out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback before this game's over. Cantrell has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Kirk, the way these offenses are playing, it's like NCAA football 14, EA Sports. It's all over the place.
Brad, this reminds me of me and you last night with the controllers in our hands and both of us putting up points, even though you did a nice job there for a beginner, partner.
He's to the 40. He's at midfield. At the 30, to the 20. And he's taken down at about the 11. The Tar Heels use their second timeout. So with the half ending, they're just going to try to put 3 points up on the board. Kicks up, and he got it. Well, we can catch our breath at halftime along with these two offenses. What a showing in the first half. Florida State's up by 4.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14.
Boy, I hope the second half's as good as the first. Just about set to start the third quarter in a tight one. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Both these offenses stepping up and answering the bell. Who's going to blink first here?
Exactly right. I've just been impressed with the way they've been able to execute. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them. Anytime you're feeling that the other offense can put points up on the board, there's a tendency to want to press. Neither one has done that up to this point, and now it's going to come down to who can continue to execute and put points up.
They bring him down in the backfield.
Think about the speed and instincts it takes for a linebacker to get from his position into the backfield to make a play like that. That's well done.
From their own 23-yard line, it's second down. There's a strike complete. That's a great tackle at the 28.
That makes it 37.
Really one of the very tough places to play in college football, and it's no different today. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. Corbett is back awaiting the punt. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. He's to the 40. And he's shoved out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. The offense is on its way out on the field again, and they haven't had any problem finding the end zone in their past couple of drives. Florida State holds a 4-point lead. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. Good outside run there. They get about 4 on that keeper.
That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Here's a run. Nice run to the outside. That's a 6-yard gain on the run for the tailback there.
He got loose there by spinning by the defender. That was a great move, and it helped him pick up the first down.
From the 37-yard line. First down. And they make the stop around the 28-yard line. They go with a run, and that'll be a gain of 9.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
And he's level at the 26.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Still first down.
From the 13-yard line. First down. Florida State is up 4. And he hits him hard at the 1-yard line.
He showed some excellent moves out there. More than you usually expect from a tight end. That was a big gain, and this offense keeps humming along.
Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Shows some moves, and he's in. And he tacks on the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
Throws, and it's knocked away.
Well, you want to do everything you can to keep the ball out of the hands of these receivers, so that was a really good effort.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
That's good for a gain of 12 yards. First down.
Tight right. Four down. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
Tackled after decent pickup.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's 2nd and 5 here. Ball on their own 42. Now he pitches it. Makes it out to about the 50. So the option play gets him big yards right there.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing how sometimes this guy is able to find the hole and get through it.
Steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That brings up second and 1.
It's second down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
Check three, check three, check three. Hey, dog, 4.
Fires out to his wideout. He's taken down at the 26-yard line.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want them.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Go! Check, check, check,
20.
check. Check, check.
And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Gets past the tackler. Makes it out to about the 23.
10 yards. Third down.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. And he's tackled right around the 12-yard line.
When they broke the huddle, I'm sure everybody knew the ball was going to go to this receiver. And he still brought it in to give this team a big lift.
First and 10. Ball on the 12-yard line. Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts. Not enough strength on that pass, and it hits the turf.
Oh, boy, he wishes he had that play to do over. Could have been big yardage there.
And this is the 11th play of the current drive.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
He's going to try and scramble. He gets rid of this one. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
And once again, they'll come to the line trying to convert on third down. Zipped it out, and that was almost picked off. And they can make this a one-possession game with this kick right here. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights. Time for an update from the studio. Reese, what have you got?
Atlantic Coast Conference action in the spotlight. Let's take yet another peek at this game. The Cavaliers deliver the perfect connection and a touchdown.
Anthony already has one kick return that went for a touchdown. Let's see if they kick it to him again. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 10. Tackle at the 24. They ran the ball very well on their last drive, and it resulted in 6. Florida State up by 8. Up the middle for a nice gain. Robinson picks up about 4 yards on the play.
That makes it second and 6.
From their own 28-yard line. Second down. And down he goes at the 31-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That makes it third and 3.
Brought down at the 34-yard line. tries to buy some time. Throws this one out to the right. He's tackled at the 46.
First down.
Makes the grab and steps out right away. Hang on tight, folks. We head to the fourth quarter in what could be a shocker. The Seminoles in front by 8. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the fourth quarter. Florida State holds an 8-point advantage. Throws complete. He's got room to work. He's at the 20. Tackle at the 18. First and 10. Ball on the 18. They'll bring him down at about the 21.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That brings up second and 13.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Makes it out to maybe the 19-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. That makes it third and 11.
And here's another third down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Oh, and he had some steam on that throw. He's hit and taken down.
That brings us fourth and 3.
He gets it up, and it splits the uprights. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Tackle outside after a nice pickup.
Gain of 4 yards. That makes it second and 6.
It's second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 29. Tackle made at the 38.
Bennett with the tackle at the 38-yard line. That makes it first and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Jefferson gets the ball left side. And he's taken down around the 47-yard line.
That brings up second and 9.
Short yardage situation here. It's second down and 1.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Complete, brought down, nothing doing.
That'll make it third and 1.
It's arguably the loudest crowd in the nation, and they are turning it up a notch. They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield.
That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it fourth and 4.
Joseph is the punter. Calls for the fair catch. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Here's a running play. And they get nice yardage on that run. Robinson gains about 5 yards on the run. From their own 15-yard line, it's second down. He's out to the 30. Gains his way to the 36-yard line. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play. That makes it second and 8.
From their own 39-yard line, second down. Just under 3 to go in regulation. They run it left. He gets out to about the 42-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up
The Tar Heels will use their first time out of the half. They're about 4 yards away here on third down. Gets it out quickly. And they make the stop right around the 46-yard line.
This is a quarterback who trusts his receivers, and he knows they can make plays. It's like those two were playing catch out there.
They'll knock him down for a loss.
That's a great play by the defense. There's nothing like a defense being able to slip off of a block, get into the backfield of the offense, and then make a play in the backfield to be able to create some momentum possibly for this defense.
Second down and 11. Ball on the 47.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Eat.
Gets to about the 44-yard line.
gaining 3 yards. That'll bring up third and 8.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. Tries to fit it in there, and it'll be intercepted. Loose football, and the defense is on it. That mistake will cost this offense possession of the ball.
And this young safety was right there to pick up the fumble. Huge break for the defense.
So they're just about set to get the game going again.
36.
Just under 2 to go in the game. Fires in a hurry. Interception. He's taken down around the 35-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 35. Here's the pass, broken up.
So not only did they risk an interception, but now they've given them more time. I just don't get it.
Second and 10.
Man left. Pull down. Mike 55.
He's knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Gaining 5 yards. Third down.
So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Check 13.
Caught, open field. And he's tackled at about the 17-yard line. He gets out to about the 8.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football from the 1st down marker. Takes a knee. That's going to do it for this one. Our final score, 38-27, Seminole.
38. The Tar Heels.
That brings this broadcast to a close. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.